All right, we may be back up. Can you hear me, Ken? Maybe you can, maybe you can't.
Hello.
Ken, what's up? How are you? I missed you.
I can hear Brother Chad.
All right, good. We're back. We're back. Good. We need you, man, because all this stuff's happening out here with the weather and the stuff. And oh, my God. Now it's time for the Weather Wizard's Snowpocalypse 2026 update.
Tell us about the snow, Ken. Yeah.
All right, the snow. Let's first and foremost start with how bad are the roads right now?
Well, the roads are still bad. I mean, officials are still saying stay home if you don't have to get out. And we've still got 65 northbound completely shut down there. That's going to be in between Harding Place and I-440. That's where that truck took out that EDOT overhead sign. Percy Warner Park, southwest Nashville, we've got Old Hickory Boulevard is completely blocked between Highway 100 and Vaughn Road. Then in Pleasant View now, Robertson County crashes off the road. Through lanes have been cleared, but you still got crashes off the road there. 24 eastbound near the McMahon Hollow Road overpass. And then back here in South Nashville, we've got a stalled vehicle blocking the off-ramp left lane from 440 to go eastbound on I-24. So traffic is still perilous out there in places. I know there are some places where it looks like, it's just wet, but you never know. You get tooling along, you're going normal speed, then all of a sudden you're hitting a patch of ice. Those are some of the things that you can run into if you're not careful out there. And that's why officials are telling everybody, if you don't have to get out, just stay home. And the outages, like I mentioned in the news report there, I'm seeing a little bit of improvement from NES. Their dashboard online is showing now 169,000 outages. That's down from 173 outages just an hour ago. And then I noticed Middle Tennessee Electric, their latest post on their social media showed they were under 8,000 outages. Cumberland outage map still showing 18,508 outages. And again, officials are, just being upfront with everybody saying it's going to take days for everyone's power to be restored because of some of the areas they have to go into and some of what they're dealing with too. What they were dealing with yesterday, once they would get one area fixed, as they were leaving, another tree limb would fall down and they would have to go back and repair what they had just fixed. I don't know if that's going on today, but they are being upfront with everybody saying this is going to take days for everyone to be restored.
Yeah, and right now, so today's highs can be right around, 18-ish overnight. It was 5. I took the dogs out this morning. It said feels like 1, but I don't know what 1 feels like. All I know is cold AF. And then you've got...
Yeah, right now, Nashville...
You've got what? What is Nashville at?
I was just going to... Well, Nashville International Airport shows 19 degrees.
Whew.
How about that?
I might put my Speedo on.
I mean, I could tell. I could tell when it went from 18 to 19.
But the feels like still sucks.
It was that warm. Yeah, it's still 8 degrees.
Yeah. So, and then this weekend, another blast of cold air come Friday and Saturday where we don't get above, looks like 20-ish. So
I know, man. I don't know why people don't like winter. I have no idea why people don't like winter.
What they want, Ken? Okay, they want a few days of fun snow and then it to go back to 70 degrees. Without having to travel to the snow. They want to be like, hey, it'd be great if the snow came to me. We had a lot of fun and we did a lot of cool stuff and it didn't bug my power and all that stuff. And then it goes away.
Yeah, I'm seeing Thursday where we might reach 34 degrees on Thursday, but then Friday's high is 24. Friday night's low is 3. Saturday's high is 22. Sunday's high is 30. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
And I'd be happy if I just didn't have a power line laying on my car.
Yeah.
And a live one.
A live one.
You know what? The one, I'd be happy if I didn't have to take Uber to work because my car could catch fire at any moment. I heard somebody earlier text in and say, Bell, just go and grab that thing. It should be fine.
Yeah, I'm going to take a pass on that plan.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a balmy 21 in Lynchburg. Just let you guys know that.
Oh, yeah, boy.
That is balmy. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So, but we still have, a decent amount of power. And the day, I was worried about that yesterday. I was like, when I NES said, look, it could take days. And I'm like, no, that's unacceptable. Can't take days. I get it if you're way out in the middle of nowhere, why it might take a little bit longer. But in Nashville, days, that seems crazy.
Yeah, Nashville is interesting because people who have lived here for years know this, but you get off the interstates in Nashville, and I mean, you are in hills and valleys, and I mean, thick trees. Some trees in some neighborhoods are thick with trees.
Yes,
and it's difficult to get in there, especially whenever those trees are down.
Yeah, I lived in Arizona for the last 9 years. Let me tell you what we didn't have: trees, okay? Because our house had a tree. We had two houses. We sold one of them. It had a tree. People would come just to look at the tree. Our other house has cactus in front of it. No trees anywhere. No trees anywhere.
Right.
By the way,
I'm looking at
a lineman just texted in 148 broken poles. Lots of trees and lines in the back of properties. We are freezing and dealing with everyone out looking and asking how long it's going to take to get the power on. You, the man, keep kicking ass, and people are just frustrated and cold. But you know what? If you see them out there and they're doing their best, take them a cup of coffee or something like that. Ask them if there's anything you can do because they're out there busting their booty while we're all trying to sleep under big covers at night.
Yeah, some of these guys, they've been up for, a couple of days now, and they're going to be. And exactly what he just described, that is exactly what it is like. I mean, this is a historic storm, boys. I mean, this thing, this may be the worst ice storm. Well, I know a lot of Nashvillians are saying this is the worst ice storm they can remember since the one in 1994. Which apparently was a very bad ice storm for Nashville, but this thing may be worse.
My buddy who is on the air out in Indy, he was joking about the South, because we get some ice and stuff. And they're like, they got feet of snow and all this kind of stuff. But then he says, all kidding aside, they're not used to it. Like they said we wouldn't be used to if all of a sudden we woke up and they're like, there's going to be a giant hurricane that hits Indianapolis. They wouldn't know what to do, where we're used to a different kind of weather. And this is one that just is that's not on the bingo card.
Well, and the problem with this, too, is the snow is one thing.
Yeah.
It is the ice. It is the rain that started falling early yesterday morning. That's what is causing this. Some areas, there was at least an inch of ice on tree limbs. And you're talking about hundreds of pounds on these tree limbs, and they can't stay up.
No, they can't. On my walk in today, I took a bunch of pictures. I'll send them to you guys. The freezing cold, you just don't even realize how big some of these icicles are on these tree limbs, and on each individual, small, if it just has one little branch, it's got all these things on it, and you're like, wow. Even I walk by one, I'm like, and it's on the ground. I'm like, how hard is this thing to even get off? It is solid. Like, you have to break the tree limb just to get it off.
Yes.
So it's going to be cold, though, for the next couple of days. And that's the other thing. I mean, this stuff, I can guarantee you by this weekend, this stuff is still going to be sticking around because it's not going to really warm up.
Right. The good thing is we need the sun. We need for clouds to stay away, and we need for the sun to beam brightly, because even in the freezing temperatures, the sun, if it's directly on the ice, it will melt it. And that's what we need. But then comes the problem at night whenever all of that melt starts refreezing. especially on these roads that everybody keeps trying to drive on.
Somebody just text something. If NES would do year-round maintenance on tree, that would be good. And by the way, this is something that is not just an NES thing. California Gas.
Well, they do.
Yeah, but
they do. They go out and they trim. They go out in neighborhoods and they trim the trees back from the power lines. But
they also have a line. They also have a line to call in if you think that there's a problem with the tree around your power lines.
Yeah,
right.
And
it's not like you have to sit and wait for them to show up. You just have to call and let them know they need to.
And this is one of those things. You can go to any state in America, and they all say the same thing. It's like, why aren't they doing certain maintenance? There's only so much they can do, right? There isn't like 50,000, tree cutters out there that are heading out every single day looking for something. But when it comes is when the thing is, it's fine until it happens, and then you notice, well, they should have done this. Well, maybe some people should have called. Maybe you should take it upon yourself. Hey, I wonder if some of this stuff is going to get crazy, especially with the winter, and end up tipping over, crashing into my house, breaking Bell's car, whatever it is.
Right.
You could do that too,
Yeah.
How about now?
Just walk your property and look. And if you see tree limbs next to the lines, call NES.
Yeah.
Say, hey, they'll probably come out and check.
Yeah, which is a good thing. Again, and yeah, should and like you said, like we knew this was coming. Should maybe over the last couple of weeks that, maybe some people get out there because we're blessed, coming from a place where I always choke. And this, Ken. I mean, you lived in Oklahoma, but you get out to some of these places, there's no trees anywhere. Right?
Right.
Some of these, like trees. My kids are so thrilled to see trees because they've grown up not seeing trees. There's just nothing around out there, except for cactus and stuff. And it is so green and it is so beautiful, but that comes with its own danger.
Oh, it does indeed. It does indeed. And I've got I'm lucky here in Murfreesboro where I live. Our neighborhood, all of the lines are underground. And I don't know if that even makes a difference. I mean, I don't know if just because your lines are underground, a tree limb that's iced over, taking out a line somewhere else in town wouldn't affect underground lines. All I know is the more than 10 years we have lived here where our power lines are underground, we've only had one power outage that I remember, and it was by design. It was the 2022 rolling blackouts that TVA was telling their members to do in order to keep the grid from being overwhelmed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it shows you, though. I mean, the underground, because a couple of my friends were texting me. They said, you guys got to start getting those power lines underground because it is a helper in that sense. And like you say, though, it's like a domino effect, right? Just like with the air flight. If that is connected somewhere down the line and the trees fall and break it, well, the line's broken no matter where you have it after that, underground or not. It's while there may not be an issue there's still going to be an issue with the power lines that aren't underground that will connect with yours.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
A lot of stuff going on today. Obviously, we got big news coming out of Minneapolis. We'll talk a little bit about that more, obviously, on this. Travel has been a nightmare. A lot of people, B&A. I think they're trying to get some people up, but you know what? I got to be honest with you. The thought process of, I want to see you guys de-ice this thing like 50 times before we take off because ice is not a good thing on an airplane. It is not. So we'll talk a bit about that, among other things. Reach out to us across all of our social media. It is the Chad Benson Show. Happy Cold Monday. Super Talk 99.7.
We've still got 65 northbound between Harding Place and I-440 shut down from that tractor trailer that took out that overhead TDOT sign. We'll get you an update on the power outages. Also, a growing number of Republican members of Congress are getting worried about the shootings in Minneapolis involving federal agents. Got that and more coming up at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Oh, it's not just you? No, it's not just me. Sports with Chad Benson Show brought to you by NCA, National Certified Alarms. No long-term contracts. License number 645. No, it's not just me worried about that and the way it looks. It's others as well. Just want to point that out. And everybody's like, it's only you, Chad. It's only you and Bell. And several people were like, well, I wouldn't take a gun. I'm like, why? It's your right. Am I wrong? I mean, that is your right to take a gun.
You have one right, and that's to bend the knee to government.
Yeah, that's what they would like. That's what they would like. One right, yes, sir, you have the right to legally carry, but smart Americans wouldn't get into a shouting match with law enforcement. He was 100% wrong. You have every right to get into a shouting match. The goal, here's the thing. We have freedoms in this country.
You can legally flip a cop off.
Yeah, we have freedoms in this country. Freedoms that we're allowed to exercise and we should. And many people don't understand that. And they're afraid. I'm not saying what he did was 100% the smartest thing in the world. Look, I'm not saying that, but he has the right to do that. He has the right to, just like all those people, as annoying as they are with their stupid whistles.
And their pink hair.
They're pink, mostly their whistles, man. Those whistles. Ah, God. It's like with the World Cup 2010 with the Vuvuzela, which was this, in South Africa. Oh, God. It's just so annoying. But you have a right. It's okay to exercise the right. Look, here's the thing. Being stupid, you have a right to be stupid. It doesn't always work out for you, okay? Sometimes it works out poor. But you have a right to be stupid. And I've had several people text me, well, that was wrong that he took him there because anybody who's taking a gun to a rally is probably going to use it kind of thing. Well, that's silly. That's like saying if you take a gun inside of a Walmart that you're probably going to use it. You're going to be a mass shooter. Well, no, it's different. Why? Because it's you? So by the sounds of it, they're going to allow the local. I wouldn't let the local do it either. I wouldn't let the local. And I wouldn't let the feds. I would bring in, Angela Lansbury. That would be, somebody said, or I said Angela Lansbury. Somebody said Axel from Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we could bring him in, right? Somebody like that.
Bring them both in.
Yeah, there you go. Angela Lansbury. What can you do? Murder, She Wrote. Matlock, where are you? Where's Matlock? He'd get this solved. And he'd do it in 60 minutes.
Well, actually, 46.
46 minutes. You're correct. 46 minutes. 46 minutes. Everybody's like, but he didn't have an ID. Says them. Because that's been juxtaposed already by several others. Said, yes, he did have an ID on him. So who am I to believe? Who am I to believe?
Believe the person that says the thing that you like better.
Yeah. Jason says he snowed in. Can someone bring him water? No, we cannot, Jason, because we can't get out there. I can't walk that far. First of all, it's hard to walk because I'm wearing 2 pairs of pants.
I'll take him some whiskey, but I ain't taking him any water.
Remember when you were a kid, the St. Bernard would bring you they always showed you the St. Bernard coming out and he had the little
barrel.
The little barrel, and he was just going to give people, I can't save you from the avalanche, but have some booze.
I'm not old enough. This is an exception.
Yeah. This is an exception. I'm not. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. But again, think about, and this is, I know for a lot of people, it's a little tougher thing to do out there because you believe what you believe, which is phenomenal. Think the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is this helping me win in November? Is it? Is this situation helping me in bringing back those independents that are frustrated? Is this helping me get over the line? That's what you have to think about. Not whether or not you thought it was fine, blast him, do whatever. It's like, they should go harder because that's ridiculous. Think about the bigger picture of there's an election coming. Midterms are important. If you don't sort this out, you're going to lose the midterms. And then what's going to happen? Potentially, if you lose the Senate, it's going to be investigation alley. Impeachment? Probably not. I think cooler heads will prevail. And they don't want to turn Trump into a martyr, but still. Yes, Bill. Like you want to say something.
No, it's just, it just stuns me the way so many people that call themselves conservatives claim to be anti-big government.
Yeah.
We want small, limited government. We want small constitutional government. But then when the government does something, they're the first ones to run out and defend government action. Big government bad, big government enforcers good.
Exactly. And look, the look matters in a lot of things. And we know this because we live at a time now when that moment will be frozen in time. And what did Winston Churchill say? A lie will be halfway across the world before the truth wakes up. And it went from Renee Good to the 5-year-old little boy to this guy. And by Wednesday, Thursday, we'll be on to something new. Because that's how it's like drinking from a water hose all the time. And unfortunately, it's a frozen water hose. All right, coming up, we'll have more on what's going on outside as the cold continues. Lots of flights couldn't get anywhere. The amount of flights that were canceled, tremendous. And even today, talk a little bit about that, more on what's going on in Minnesota, among other things. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. Normally we do this on Wednesday, but our good friend Kylie, she's been very outspoken. I don't know if you're aware of this. She's always been anywhere that anything crazy can happen. But she's talked to a lot of people who know a lot of people who know a lot of people that work for ICE, and she's got something to tell us all.
If you need any more proof that ICE agents are losers, this is what they're like in real life. I found a Reddit thread that is fascinating, and most of the people posting have direct interaction with those who have enlisted with ICE. I say enlisted because they're operating very much like a military, especially in Chicago. The first interesting case, number one, is a man from the UK who is living in the States. And yes, he works for ICE, and his entire family was like, are you stupid? You're going to help deport people while you're not even an American citizen yourself. Embarrassing. Number two, this person's family member has a massive gambling problem and failed while trying to open a brewery, and so he is trying to be an ICE agent for the money. We have case number three, which is somebody who is known to have a, quote, low IQ and not a lot of talents or skills, so they're hoping to join ICE. And finally, number four, this person who proctored the exams for ICE. I find this really interesting. That they're the most egotistical that this person has ever encountered, and that those people are the ones who subsequently become ICE agents. So yes, these people are in it for power, and they're in it because they couldn't make it in any other aspect of their lives. And they want both revenge and immunity for their crimes.
Oh, so strongly worded. When did they deport her? Because I feel like she would be deported because she'd want to feel the experience.
Yeah, so she could take her white savior attitude and go, look, I'm with you guys. I'm getting thrown out too.
I too was deported. I went to
wherever they sent her, they would just send whoever we sent them to would send her back.
Oh, they'd send her ass back in a heartbeat.
And then tariff us for sending her over there.
It's like one of those things where you pull up the net in fishing. And you're like, oh, that's a stonefish. You don't want that. That'll kill you. That'll bit you to death. Nope. No. Get that out of here, please. Ken, did you see how many people they think they've killed in Iran?
I heard you allude to that earlier. The last number that I saw was 5,000, but I have a feeling that it's gone much higher.
30,000 is what they're thinking.
I would not be surprised.
And the regime supposedly a little while ago issued a shoot to kill when it comes to protesters now.
At least they're not going to execute them.
No. Wow. Kristi Noem's like, that's what I've been telling everybody. So
have the protesters gone back out? Because the last I saw was that, that the protests had stopped.
Well, it stopped because a lot of people were trying to bury, right, and have funerals.
And they were scared.
So, and, it's this weird thing, right, where I don't want to get involved with Iran. And somehow we now are. And then Trump promised them, hey, keep going out there. Help's on the way. And then then Trump came out and was like, they said they weren't going to kill any more people. And come to find out, sounds like they're killing a lot.
No. They said they wouldn't execute any more people.
Well,
but
like execute, but like hanging, but they'll shoot them dead in the street.
Exactly.
So
you got to understand the nuance, Chad.
Yeah, and what are they saying now? They've moved. Our big ships are coming back from the Caribbean after we Operation Take That Guy, or whatever they call that. Leave the old person in place, but take the older person in place.
Operation Zoo Animal Dinner.
So once we had him, and but I go back to this, Ken. There's still nobody that you can point to on the ground in Iran that is the opposition group of people, and you need somebody like the Shah's son is not it. No matter what Lindsey Graham swears by,
he's probably not going to go back.
No. They don't want him back. You haven't been here since you're 60 now, 62? You've been here since you were, 16? Nobody wants you here. And so the question is going to be, okay, let's say we do something, because it kind of feels like the Europeans have restricted airspace. Israel the other day, they had a couple planes leave, and they brought him back immediately. UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, all of them are suspending flights, and there's a sense now that something is going to happen. But what does that even look like? Because if there's nobody on the ground that's going to take over, it's hard to have a regime change at that point.
And at this point, you usually have seen somebody that the CIA has been grooming.
Yes. Yeah, somebody you would think would be groomed. But the thought has been that it was going to be, the Shah's son for years. The Mossad, Israel's been paying the dude to sit around and be the biggest playboy in D.C. It ain't going to be that guy because they don't want him. So now what? Now, you know what I mean? Is there somebody? And let's be regime change, because Lindsey Graham really wants regime change. He is, again, I say it over and over again, there's never been a place outside of a woman that he doesn't want to invade. Oh, Chad. Oh, I don't know. Just so frustrating indeed.
I want to know if, Lindsey walks into a missile production facility and he sees the product being made, is he does he get excited? Or
yeah, totally. He's got the O face. Oh, go see Office Space if you know what the O face is. It's totally got the O face. That's one of those things that guy talks about wherever he goes. People always talk about him doing the O face, that actor. It's like, what's his name? My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
Well, and the actor who played the O-face guy, he looks exactly like somebody who would use the O-face.
He looks like such a douche-a-palooza. It's, the O-face. Oh.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness me. I saw the highlights. I did not watch it live. It was on Netflix. And if you didn't see Alex, I think his name is Honnold or, Arnold.
His name is Nuts.
Yeah, his name is Nuts. He climbed the Taiwan Tower 101.
He's done it. Alex Honnold has made history again.
Ken, he's a free climber. He's the guy that they did the documentary about him free climbing El Capitan, which is this very dangerous thing. He uses no ropes. All he uses is his hands and his feet.
That is insane.
So he climbs this thing. It's like 1,700 feet in the air, and did it live in Taiwan. And they announced it. And my whole thought process, and you listen to the announcers, because there's one announcer who, let's just say he's uncomfortable.
Put your other hand on the thing. Why is it's just one arm in it?
He's shaking his hands. He's resting a little bit. He's putting chalk on his hands. That's going to absorb the sweat.
Can you just take a step back? You're making me nervous, man. Can you just say yeah?
I'll go ahead and get back on the building and start just holding on.
You're freaking me out.
All right, see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to keep
All
cruising.
right.
So I was telling Belle, he's like more than halfway up there, and he's just standing. He gets to a point where, it's a straight climb, and then there's like some ledges, and then you have to go in a little bit and then climb higher. And he's just standing on the ledge like he's Spider-Man, like it's no big deal. And the guy's totally terrified. And then he gets up even higher, and he puts remember when you were a kid and you would be on like the monkey bar and you'd put your legs up there and you'd swing upside down like a bat? He's doing that at like 1,500 feet.
Good grief.
Yeah. And my thought is, though, they're doing this live. What if? I mean, part of the reason you tune in is the what if. I don't want it to happen, but what if? What if he falls 1,700 feet? Ooh.
Yeah.
And he gets up to the top, and it's this tiny thing about the size of a couple dinner plates or whatever. And he stands up there, takes his picture, and then he goes down, and there's a ledge or like a deck. And then I guess that's how he gets down. His family was up there. But I was telling Belle, guys like this who are amazing. And if you've never seen him, he is incredible. And the thing he did at El Capitan, like nobody does that. And he was the first one to do it. And they did the documentary. I think it got an Oscar. It's always, though, somebody like that. It's kind of like the crocodile hunter. It's the thing that we could climb that he makes a mistake on that ends up taking him out. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's the guy you want leading your Boy Scout troop on a hike through the woods.
No, God, no. No.
He sees a cliff and he says, let's walk right along the edge.
Yeah, but that's the kind of thing where he's up like 20 gazillion feet, and he's doing it, and then he's doing like the kiddie thing where he's teaching and he slips and falls. It's always something like that, like the crocodile hunter, right? Where he got attacked by what?
Yeah. Stingray.
A stingray. Or as, Norm Macdonald put it, one of those gay fish.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This guy, people like that, they're just wired differently, man. I don't get it.
They are, is right? They are wired different. There's something about that in your brain that takes away, the fear allows you to focus more, and you feed off the fear, and it calms you down. There's just something about that, because watching him, and you're thinking, and there's a reason, like you said, there's a reason people watch it, because, it's neat, but there's also it's a possibility. It's like those people who tightrope across, back in the day, the Twin Towers.
Yeah, who was the French guy that did that?
Oh, God, yeah. Who was that?
I remember that.
There was a family, right? And there was one guy, an old guy who did it, the family, and he died. Doing, what he loved. So
I guess that's the best way to go.
I'd be afraid my sandwich would fall out of my pocket and I wouldn't have anything to eat.
Yeah.
Well, what I find utterly ridiculous is if they start to get leg cramps, they have to do a handstand.
Oh, God.
I mean, a headstand on the wire till their legs relax.
Yeah. But then you go back and you look at like the turn of the century when they're building skyscrapers and there's dudes up there, eating lunch. No belts, no nothing. Right? I mean, no nothing. They're just doing their thing. Man, that's a hard way to earn a living. No doubt about that.
I saw an old piece of film of a guy building a skyscraper in New York, and he was doing that little silly Irish jig on one of the beams.
The Wallendas, the flying Wallendas, right? Was that what they were called? The Wallenda? They were Wallendas. They weren't flying, because if you're flying, chances are you're not doing well.
No, the flying Wallendas was a circus act.
Was it? God, the tightrope people. There was a movie a few years ago that came out that had the dude from Third Rock from the Sun, the young kid. Forget his name. He's a hell of an actor. Where he played the guy that walked across, in the 70s, then.
It was called Wired, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. But that was insane. No, it's the Wallenda family, multi-generational circus troupe from Germany known for their daring high-wire acts. Carl Wallenda rose to fame with the Ringling Brothers. Then he was the one, and Nick, the Niagara Falls walk and all that kind of stuff. So, because that's what you do. Tragedies and resilience. Carl died in 1978.
Well, you know what none of them had?
What?
Endorsements.
No. Or wings. Because they wouldn't be, well, I guess if you had wings, it wouldn't be as cool, right? If you could fly.
It's like, oh, he's fine.
Yeah, you'd almost want him to fall, because I want to see your wings. You want to see your wings. All right, coming up, more stuff straight ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
And then we're going to talk about the weather, and then we talk about stuff like that, and it's all going to be coming up soon at the noon o'clock hour.
That was my Ken. I wanted to separate Ken and I, so you guys wouldn't think there was somebody else. Belle, why is somebody mad at us over what?
There's always somebody mad at us. I have no idea what he's mad about. He just likes to throw insults and
Sissy boy.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. But this one is my favorite. Yeah, the only one who thinks you stupid, you think.
Maybe English isn't their first language.
Maybe it is not. Maybe it is not. We're going to get no respect, and I like what you said. I didn't need your respect. It has no value. Oh, my Lord. What was it? Were we laughing at people's deaths? No. No, I wasn't. It's not happening. I don't remember that. I don't remember laughing at people's deaths.
I mean, if you pay me enough, I will, but,
Yeah. I was curious, though, about if you had to announce somebody going down, I think that's got to be a tough thing. Somebody said, do you think Netflix would have covered? I would hope they cut away.
I don't necessarily think they cut away, but I doubt.
They doubt they show it.
It was live.
Yeah, I don't think they show it.
It was live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to show it.
Yeah, they're not going to show it. They might just keep it there. But you are a sissy boy. I cheer when blank like you hit the dirt. Why am I punching the dirt?
That's what I was wondering.
That's a silly thing. That was not fair to Ken. That was not a Ken thing. I was doing a person that was doing the tease for Ken so you could separate Ken, the star, from that news person. Settle down.
I take it I missed the tease.
Yeah, that's okay. I took care of it. I did. I was like, coming up, all kinds of stuff.
Sounds like Mickey Mouse with a sore throat doing the news tease.
With a long beard.
That's right. Coming up, Ken will have the news. I promise you that. We'll have a lot more stuff, including somebody mad at us again for what? I don't even know.
It's okay. They probably don't know either.
They don't. I don't know what you guys are taking, but settle down there, kitten. Coming up, hour number 3 of the program. Chad Benson, Super Show. 99 cents.